Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City, and today we will be unboxing 1990 Scores NFL Football Series 1 player cards and trivia cards. Because if there's anything you know about me, aside of wrestling and Ethel Merman football, is I am a pigskin in shit. I am so excited. It also says win a trip to Super Bowl 15. XXV. It's got to be 25. As I'm slowly learning my Roman math with Hall of Famer Franco Harris. I loved Franco. He's one of my. We got a good. There we go. Franco Harris, as you can see, I'm not lying. No purchase necessary. See back of wrapper. So theoretically, you could have walked into the sports card store, read all this, and then. Distributed by Amaral Products, Grand Prairie, Texas. Let's read because there might still be time to enter. Official rules, no purchase necessary, Super Bowl sweepstakes. To enter, hand print your name, address, and zip code on a 3.5 by 5 inch postcard. So you would have to buy the postcard unless you hand make them. You're artisanal. And mailed to Score Super Bowl Sweepstakes, Westport, Connecticut. Sounds like a scam. Each entry must be complete to be eligible, mailed separately, and received by November 1st, 1990. Fuck. No mechanical reproduced entries will be accepted. You gotta write by hand. This was a different world we're living in. Sponsor is not responsible for late, lost, or misdirected mail. Promotion begins in June. Winner will be selected in a random drawing on November 10th and notified by mail. This is a very long process. You can't put your phone number on it, I guess. Persons under 12 are eligible to win. They're just going to mail something to a 10-year-old. Odds of winning depending upon number of entries. In the event the trip is won by a minor, it would be awarded in the name of the parent or legal guardian. That makes me feel better. Winner and trip guests will be required to execute an affidavit of eligibility and release. Taxes are the sole responsibility of the winner. Imagine having to go to the Super Bowl and paying tax on it. This is sweepstakes that cost you thousands of dollars. The prize, a trip for 4 to Super Bowl 25 in Tampa, in beautiful Tampa, Florida. 2 days, 2 nights, 2 double rooms. So bunk up, my friends. Coach airfare from the nearest airport serviced by nationally known airlines. 3 meals per day, which is nice, plus mementos. Maybe a hat or a jersey, who knows, maybe a nice sticker, or maybe more cards. The trip is worth up to $7,500. Prize is not transferable or exchangeable, and no substitution is allowed. Game is being offered throughout the U.S. and is open to all U.S. residents except employees and their families of Major League Marketing, Orthographics, Rapid, and their printers. Void where prohibited. All right. Well, you got the gist, and we certainly didn't win. I would like to look it up and see who did win. See what minor took their family to the Super Bowl and then had to pay taxes on it. This is a real unboxing. That new card smell. This is exciting. Who's the first card? Oh, I'm holding them backwards. Who could forget Billy Ray Smith? Huh? Move over. Billy Ray Cyrus. Smith is where, can you see this? Is it clear? What an action shot that is. He's looking, and let's get a look at the back. What a handsome fellow. Also well meloded. I guess when you have that name, it comes with the territory. Of course, played for the San Diego Chargers, number 51. Billy Ray, who was the cornerstone of the Chargers defense, had 75 tackles, 2.5 sacks. How do you get half a sack? Maybe there was an accident or something. This is a great name, and it should be a wrestling name. So any of you young wrestlers out there looking for a name, might I suggest Bubba McDowell? There we go. That's a little, are we coming into view? There we go. Nice clear shot of Bubba. Hands on knees. Maybe he's going to field a baseball even. He looks ready for anything. He's the strong safety. I was, of course, a weaker safety, as I lost a tremendous amount of muscle mass during the offseason. Played for the Houston Oilers. which, is not something you want to tell people nowadays. I don't think did the Oilers still exist? Have they gotten into fracking? I'm not quite sure. He's a starter in Game 1 as a rookie in '89. So, put that on your fact sheets. Mike Munchak. And it looks like his helmet is coming off. He looks like he's incredibly disproportionate, I gotta be honest with you. Looks like his helmet is completely coming off. His head looks I'm sure he's wearing shoulder pads, but his head looks very, very small for his body. Here, it's a little more normal size, but I think the back of it is short. And that is what is causing the helmet to come up there. That's a real shame. I hope he got that sorted and found a good hat. Ray Childress. Kind of weird to have Child in your last name, Must have been bullied a lot, and that's when he turned to football. And then, you can tell he's insecure because on the back, he's also wearing the helmet. Wouldn't take it off for the photo, which is a shame there. And he, of course, again, played for the Oilers. Is this just an Oilers pack here? Number 79. I like these uniforms. It's a nice blue, nice retro. Oh, look at that. Oh, my. There is a specific name for these cards. I talked about it when I had the Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee's Playhouse cards. Can't remember what it was. Look, see, this is a trivia. See, it's a Super Bowl, and then it changes into a man running. Super Bowl trivia. Here we go. I'm very excited. Get your pens and pencils ready. Who gained the most yards rushing in his Super Bowl career? This is, of course, in 1990, so I don't know if these statistics still apply. The options are A, Franco Harris. B, Larry Csonka. Didn't he used to be a wrestling writer? C, John Riggins. D, Clarence David. Clarence Davis, not to be confused with Clarence David. Good old Claire. I'll give you guys a minute to think about it. Okay. The answer is A, Harris. Good old Franco Harris, one of my favorites, who rushed for 354 yards in 4 Super Bowl games. Who could forget? They used to say, hey, what are you, late? Because he was always rushing. Next cards. Freddie Joe Nunn from the Cardinals. Another great 3-word name. Freddie Joe Nunn. And he's got a little Freddie Joe nonplussed on the back. Not too pleased with himself or his teammates there. Got the towel around his neck. He was known for having a very, very sweaty neck, unfortunately. He was a defensive end, which is something I relate with because I find myself to be ultimately defensive in the end also as well. Not just physically, but emotionally. Freddie Joe Nunn, the Cardinals. Love them. Great, great guys. Vinny Testaverde from the Buccaneers. I would assume he's Italian. I'm just hazarding a guess. There he is, a handsome fella. And again, I feel like his helmet doesn't fit that well either. Or maybe I think the mullet there is distorting the shape of his head. And that's what's throwing me off. The shoulder pads, the whole Frankenstein thing, not my favorite look. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, correct? Yes, look at me. Which is where the 1990 Super Bowl was held, Super Bowl 25. Get your sweepstakes. Now, David Little. And they used to call him Big David Little, and they used to confuse everyone. And that was adorable. He was a fun guy. He's the inside linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I love Pittsburgh. I've been there many times, solely because of Sheetz. A fine gas station. Sheetz is everything that is wonderful about America. Anything outside of Sheetz is like, not really a fan. If the world was more like Sheetz, I dare say it would be a better place. Charles Mann! And it's not man as in human male because there's 2 N's there. Like, I think Leslie Mann. Is that how she spells her name? Just add an extra N. We'll pronounce it the same. It's not a big deal. He's a happy fella, though. He seems like he enjoyed playing football. Odd haircut there. Little choppy on the sides. And he, of course, played for a Washington, for the Maroons. The Washington, they really employed the color maroon there, as you can see on his pants. That's fine. That's all well and good. Greg Bell, one of my favorites, and he was an intense fella. He was a running back for the LA Rams. and they would ram into people. They would be, put your horns up, they'd say, but not the horn. You know, you always see like, yeah, people do this. It's either devil horns or bull horns. They never do ram horns, which is a shame because they're very good at it. Guys climbing mountains and things of that nature. And maybe he's staring at the ram mascot, saying, I don't trust him. He's like an ornery fellow. Stefan Page, interesting spelling of Stefan, basically. I'm sure he was called that a lot, and it irked him. He was a wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe he still plays. I say was. Maybe he's still playing. Who knows? There he is there. And there he is. He's receiving, and he is receiving it wide. Good guy. Good old KC. And the mascots should be the Sunshine Bands. I should take never mind. Rodney Hampton here. Look at him. This is the guy in the air. This is his 1990 rookie card. He's a running back. It's more like a jumping back. A hopping, leaping back in the air. There he is. Let's read a little bit about him. Went to college in Georgia. Oh, here's a good quote from Ray Goff, the head coach of Georgia. We've had 8 running backs in the last 8 years who are now in the NFL, and Rodney is the best since Herschel Walker. High praise indeed. His versatility sets him apart. He can run with power, has great speed, can catch, and has the ability to make tacklers miss. Didn't mention his hops, though. He's fully in the air, and he's so new that he has not yet earned the respect of the card people to get his face on the back. So we're still not quite sure what he looked like. Next, Warren Moon. And if it wasn't obvious enough, they put a full moon in the back. Is he on Mars? Or is he just he's up in the clouds? Huh? It's an allegory here. The spaceman. Warren Moon. It's a full moon. This is he's a hot gun. They call him a hot gun. He's got a 88.9 ratings. The moon is hot. Warren's sun. Here's a good quote by Felix Wright. Warren is an excellent quarterback. Without him, the Oilers wouldn't be the dangerous team that they are. He's got a quick release. Plus, he's big and strong. I don't think these quotes were direct so much as written by the cards people, then perhaps attributed. Like they gave the permission. Yeah, you can quote me. That sounds fine. He's big and strong. Really insightful stuff. Dalton Hillard. You'd think his name would be Dalton Lightning or something. Or is this the cover of, remember that movie Powder? Is that kid is very pale, Uncle Festery, and there's a lightning gets hit by lightning, and he has things going on. Ground force. I don't know quite what that means. Dalton really exploded into one of Pro Football's premier running backs in '89. He topped 1,000 yards, blah, blah, blah. Anything about the Lightning? He was rough on the Falcons, aren't we all? Yeah, nothing about the Lightning. That's really a shame. Clay Matthews, I don't know what he does. No Lightning, no Moon. Played for the Browns, the outside linebacker. He was a little outside. And of course, the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, really messed things up by just having their helmet be orange. Not only instead of Browns, but not even saying anything on them. It was very like those old early football games, like a Nintendo football game where they couldn't license the teams. They just give them orange helmets. Eddie Anderson, he looks confused. Kind of like he doesn't know what's going on. He's a free safety. And maybe he's too free. You know, sometimes when you have too many options in life, you don't know where to go. And that's what he's going through here. Played for the Raiders. Equally confused on the back. I hope Eddie eventually figured it all out. And finally, from the Broncos, one of my favorites, Simon Fletcher. It's an outside linebacker again, number 73. Fluid athlete with excellent pursuit. Not only on the field, but off the field. He was a goal setter. He had an agenda. He would write stuff down. That's him thinking about what's in his agenda. Well, that was fun, and I'm really upset that I didn't enter that sweepstakes because I would have loved to go and see Warren Moon and Eddie Haskell and everybody. Herschel Walker. I love them all. And until next time, stay open. Receive the width. The width of your reception should be offensive to your linemen.